Good morning, everyone. How's it going? Happy Saturday to you. Morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are. No, it's not muted. Okay. As you can see, we're playing The Witcher 3 still. We're on the Blood and Wine DLC. I don't know how far we are into. We've done maybe three of the story missions for the DLC. We were on our way yesterday to... And it's raining again. I wonder what that noise was. We were on our way to do the next part of a story mission after having an extended conversation with Regis, who is actually a vampire friend of Geralt's, and we're trying to track down, oh, what's his name? Detloff, I think, who is another vampire. And we're looking for... Uh-oh. Well, my phone just gave me a message that it's switched over to mobile data because Wi-Fi connection isn't available. So I hope it doesn't mean that the stream is down. Let me check. Sure, before. Okay. All right, maybe it's just the phone. But anyway, we were looking for, we need the saliva from a white in order to craft this. I guess it's a potion that we're going to try and use to summon Detloff to a specific place. Try and take care of him, I guess. And on the way over there, I guess, we ran into this place and tried to knock on the door and it was locked. And then we found this guy, Gustav, I think is his name, down at the end of the street here. And this is a side quest called Extreme Cosplay. So, Stone. So let's get a recap on that. Okay, let's see. Sometimes traveling can be deadly dull. Nothing but the slow crawl of the horizon, the sun beating down on your neck, and the chirping of crickets. Other times, however, it can be surprisingly eventful, as a certain Gaston, a simple merchant from Toussaint, learned for himself when he happened across a wounded man by the roadside. That's the guy that's behind us. Gustav, or Gaston, is the guy in front of us, though he provided aid as quickly as he could. The mysterious man soon bled to death. Right as he did, up walked the hero of my tale, Geralt. So, speakers. All right, let's go.
Damn it.
Good gods!
I did go in this morning when I was doing my normal. I go through a standard set of checks that I do before I start my streams just to make sure there aren't any gotchas. Checking audio sources, making sure everything's coming through slobs okay. I was going through my upgrade points and stuff while I was doing that and realized that I had some greater red mutagens. That I could make to boost some of my skills. So, switch those out and around, so should be good to go. Let's see what happened here.
What the hell's this? Setting for a banquet?
It seems so. What's your suspicion? Did none survive? Gods!
Also, before we get too much farther, I've been having issues the last couple of streams with audio. I don't know what the problem is yet, but as the stream goes on and it seems to get worse, it's worse at about the 2-hour point, maybe a little bit after that. You'll start to hear some popping sounds in the audio, and it seems to get worse when conversations are happening in the game. and it will get so bad that yesterday I had to stop the stream and restart it, or actually stop the stream, restart the streaming PC, and then once that was all back up, then restart the stream again to fix it. But then again, after 2 hours, it'll start getting all flaky again. So I don't know if we're going to have that issue or not. If you start hearing the popping and there isn't a fire nearby, then we could be having it again. So we'll just have to keep an ear out for that. Noble Houses of Toussaint, Volume 57. That was not too long. Sangreal, alternatively Sang-Real, literally royal blood. The legendary line which some trace back to the first lords of the lands now lying in Toussaint and northwestern Hockland. First mention of Wilhelm the Bold, this line's founder, comes from Elven manuscripts found during reconstruction of the Beauclair Palace in 1095. Since this source, like all things Elven, is unreliable and should not be taken into consideration by historians, the existence of House Sangreal must be considered a mere fable. Salvaris, or Salvarez D, die of the Regulus Platinum Crest. This line takes its name from Salvar the Lame, who was made a count in the year 1189 by Duchess Caraberta for his service to the ducal throne. The Disalvaris line's crest depicts a Regulus Platinum, one of the so-called silver basilisks, hunting one of those too, by the way, whose existence is highly suspect. Its classification as a species considered erroneous by most zoologists. Torricella of the Two Towers crest, an ancient line whose founders most likely first settled the lands of present-day Toussaint around the year 984. They waged fierce war against the elves until the 6th decade of the 11th century, when all of what is now Toussaint fell under human control.
Servant, stabbed to death. Over a dozen blows with a sharp object. Some post-mortem.
I cannot believe this is the work of a man. It was a monster, to be sure.
Silver tableware. Elven engravings. Torso punctured with great force. Blow pierced hardened steel. Man on the high road. Breastplate was identical.
We had the option of not letting
Throats massacred. One mighty blow.
him come with us.
Shield along sides old and dented. Sword ceremonial. And Shea handiwork clearly. Ceremonial bowls. For little sacrifices.
Of what?
Bread in it.
Please, do not say humans.
Interesting that there's a chair sitting there like that.
Burn marks. Something catch fire. Explode. Strong stench.
Alright, I'll look around over here first before we go up. Civil War in Toussaint. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, we're gonna read it, so go get a cup of coffee. Whatever you need. Misbehave. Thank you for the host. Welcome, everyone from the hive. Civil War in Toussaint. The closing of an era that had lasted over 1,500 years. The elves abandoned their ivory cities and left for the mountains, taking with them all they could. All that they could, and destroying everything else. Whatever they could not take and did not manage to demolish or burn, they cursed. The last elven sovereign, Dibithoff, hundreds of years old, yet fair as a youth, was defeated. Weeping over the slain army of his forever young brothers and sisters, he agreed to pay homage to Ludovic, first human king of Toussaint, who, though young, was as shrunken and ugly as the night after Salvine, putting on no end of airs and graces, Ludovic boasted, "Look, the proud elf shall bow down before me and kiss my royal feet with humility." To degrade Divithav even further, Ludovic decided the homage should take place in the Elf King's barely abandoned palace. The throne on which Ludovic now boldly lounged bore still smoldering marks from the fire set by the elves who had sought to burn the whole palace down as they left. The proud King Elf bowed down before the human king and offered him a sacrifice of bread and wine, as well as his sword and shield, spewing out merciless mockery all the while. Ludovic received this homage, then immediately ordered his guards drag Divithav beyond the palace gates and throw him down the stairs as if he were a beggar. Witnesses claim the proud elf maintained calm throughout the whole event. But when left alone, Divithav wiped the blood off his face and vowed cruel revenge on the king. Revenge that would come from stone as cold as the king's heart. Yet these ominous words bore no fruit, for in the year 782, before the homage was renewed, Divithav drew his last breath alongside his remaining soldiers when the Toussaintois decided to celebrate the anniversary of the surrender of the elven sovereign and pogrom of non-humans on the slopes of Mount Gorgon. You survived. There's one thing you definitely don't have to worry about here, obviously. It's finding wine. Alcohol.
Multiple wounds on the body. All puncture wounds, but hard to tell what caused them. Victim's human, but the attire's elven.
Are you certain? How did he come by? We've so few non-humans in Toussaint.
Alright, now that we've finished everything down there. Save. Burn body.
Fled, then dropped to the ground to douse the flames. Didn't manage. Burnt smells growing fainter. Might have been another luckier soul managed to flee.
Goes around the corner, it's probably locked. Yeah.
Doublet scorched. Wriggled out of it, tossed it, then ran on.
Sounds like breathing, but it also sounds kind of mechanical. Okay, breathing.
Perhaps there's no one inside after...
I know you're in there. Breathing's loud and clear. Open up. We mean you no harm.
They remain there?
Listen, I'm a witcher. I'm here to help you. But if that's gonna happen, you gotta answer some questions first. You mentioned them. Who do you mean?
Those, I don't know what they were. Spirits? It all occurred of a sudden. We were staging a scene, the event of paying homage. There was a flash of light that blinded me completely. I heard cries, though saw nothing. Then felt my own robes were in flames. I broke and ran, threw off my doublet, leapt in here and shut and locked the door behind me. They pounded on the door. I thought they would get through. I thought I was done for, but in the end, it grew calm.
Who are you exactly?
Durant Faucher Plamondon de Safaran, Lord of these lands, and Chairman of the Society of Friends of the History of
Society
Toussaint.
of Friends of the History of Toussaint.
We meet here annually to mark the anniversary of the Elfin Homage. But something like this, why, it's a first.
So while reenacting a scene from the past, somehow, unintentionally, you summoned a specter, a Korgorath, or a tube, maybe.
Tube.
What? What now?
Best thing? You gotta do it again, of course.
Are you mad? Would you have this thing kill us?
No, don't want it to kill anyone. Precisely why I gotta do my job. Summon it again, whatever it is, and tend to it once and for all. Durand, think I can reenact the pledge? The giving of homage, alone?
It was a great, momentous event. The surrender of Toussaint's last elfin king. You will need at least 3 individuals.
3 or 3 more.
Damn it. Can't risk. Can't expose you to danger.
Master, if what you say is truth, then I was the cause of this massacre. Unintentionally, yet nonetheless, I have a duty to assist you. A moral one.
Didn't anybody
Gods
ever
have
tell you
us
it's
in
rude
their
to
care.
leave
Hey,
before the
misbehave.
cakes come?
I shall help as well.
Good morning.
Let's get to work.
We're doing a
Start
side
by
mission
clearing
right
the
now.
corpses. Got some time. Won't start the reenactment before nightfall. Things of this sort are a lot more likely to work after dusk. One last thing, though. My pay. Don't work for free, you know.
Understood. Just keep the danger at bay, and I shall be generous. Through and through.
Oh, no negotiation for the fee this time.
I
Interesting.
will stand, or rather, sit in for King Ludovic upon the elfin throne, while you, Witcher, will play the Enche ruler. We must don the costumes. All must be just right.
Are you gonna have to wear dresses again? Oh, just a
Ivetheth,
mask.
the
Oh,
Elfin
fine.
King, hosted Ludovic in his own palace upon his own throne, amidst the blinding glow of a plethora of torches.
I already had them all lit. Damn you, game. Alright, we'll save the ones closest to them for last. Since we know we're dealing with a specter of some kind, we'll go ahead and get... Somebody needs to tell me how I'm supposed to pronounce that. Is it Earden? Is it Arden? I don't know. Earden is with the I, or the I, with the Y being the first letter.
Ivetheth laid at Ludovic's feet a loaf of binnen
You would
and
think
elfin bread,
that would be
thus
the right
granting humans rule over seat-yielding lands.
Damn it, the popping is starting again. Shit.
Ivetheth filled the ornate ceremonial bowls with elfin wine, Gwinoet, the sweetest blood of the land that had been torn from him. Long last, the Elfin King grasped his sword and shield, thus symbolically passing command of his armies to humans.
Oh, really? I can't use mine? Oh, come on. This is cosplay too, so... There we go. Quest items. I guess. Put it there. it's just a steel, which is fine because we're not going to need it for a wraith anyway. Okay, let's see, what can we put in here? It wouldn't matter, would it? Stagger. Freeze wouldn't be bad. Stun. Yeah, so, wait a minute, why did I even bother with that? I'm not going to use it.
Elven King, erect in his pride, drew his blade and dropped to his knees, thus acknowledging his final defeat. Ludovic then spake.
I accept your allegiance and shall return in 1 year's time to...
Ah! Look! Look! The statues!
Impossible! God's mother!
Holy shit. Gotta stay away from the fireballs. Wow. Okay. Holy shit. Well, it ain't that for sure. That's probably not it either. God damn! Are you fucking kidding me? The only way I'd be able to do that is reload before it. And this is really... Why? I need to get the fucking women taken care of is what I need to do. They are the problem. I can take care of the guys. I can dance around the guys all day long. It's the women with that damn fire shit. My God. Do I have any potions that make me resistant to fire or help with that? Let's see. Don't know that I've had to worry about that. Bag. Let's wait. Sign intensity during cloudy weather. Stamina regeneration. Accelerates. I don't know that I ever had that much issue with that. Back. Oh, let's see. We put on the sword. Anything would help. It's all against monsters, though. Put my damn sword back on. And I'm trying to, man. Trying to see if I have anything to counter these fire wenches. That shit. God damn it, get me. You get trapped. Gotta get them all down here, at least the guys. Back down here. Should be much more manageable now. Look at that shit. God damn it. Yeah, they give it fucking narrow gaps. See, it won't let me do the... Guess they can't be... Can't do the, puppet or whatever it's called. Oh, sir. Yowzers.
The sculptures.
I know,
they came
right?
alive.
My
By
God.
what witchcraft?
I didn't even see what their
Dunno.
level was.
Specialize in killing monsters. Reviving them, not so much.
I may know what happened. The statues,
How's it going,
you see,
S7? How's your Saturday?
once stood in the palace of one Defethov.
The
I
Vethif.
acquired them a month past because perhaps I should start at the beginning. This Defethov was to pay tribute to humans, producing statues of this sort each year. Yet, He did so but once, for he perished in the massacre of non-humans at the foot of Mount Gorgon in the year 782. It's fortunate he did too, as Tefethef had planned Lutofic's downfall, for he sculpted not statues, but columns that masqueraded as such, columns activated with words said in homage. Columns that would have turned the king and his bodyguards into so much colorful confetti.
Typical. Treachery embodied. Elves. Psheh.
Yeah, that's half of streaming, right? Letting other people enjoy your pain.
You're no better. Elves were just defending their territory. You humans took it, but you still weren't sated. Had to cut the elves down, every last one.
You? What does that mean? You're a man as we are.
Yeah, in a way. Just ashamed to have to admit it sometimes.
Your words? They're wrong, Witcher. But I'll not let you leave empty-handed. Take this. Reward.
Farewell.
300 crowns, that's not bad. Is that door open over here now that he came out of? We can go in there. Is there anything in it? Probably not. Yeah. He gets all veiny. Yeah, see, they have nothing to take. Let's get all that cleared out. Back to normal. Oh, that's I guess they kicked me out. They didn't want me sleeping in their place. Alright, fine. Yeah, very veiny. Alright, so yeah, misbehave if you're still there. I don't know how far you are in the story in this. You can tell this is a story quest here that we're in the middle of doing. Oh. Oh, the one with the genie? Where you had to declare whether or not the removal of the curse had changed how you felt about her? Yeah, as Misbehave put it when we did that one. We friend zoned Yen at that point. Wow. Loglets. These guys aren't a lot of damn fun either. Don't have to fight them either. Did you have It shouldn't give anything away. Have you had an extended conversation with Regis in yours? We've had a second conversation, yes, in the cemetery. That's the... At the end of that conversation, we're going to do now what Regis and Geralt talked about doing at the end of that conversation. So that's where I am. I'm going to go do that now. Going over to get the saliva from the white specifically. That's what we're doing. Come here, you little shit. Okay, let's see. Let's double check. Remember what the whites were. The necrophage, right? Let's see. Necrophage, oil, igni, and Earden. I don't remember if we read this yesterday or not. I remember looking at it. Oh, yeah, we did. Best defense. Stay calm and leave them alone. All right, so we got necrophage and igni should be. Yeah, if you guys can hear that popping, that's the audio issue that I've been having the last few streams. So, like I said, usually it gets pretty bad about the 2-hour point. I have to quit and restart.
Artists. Never a good omen.
So, I may have to... What I did this morning that I thought was going to be okay was I just removed the source and then re-added it to slobs. It seemed to be okay, but apparently not. What I might have to do when we're done today is just completely uninstall it and then reinstall it. Because I don't know what's causing it. I gotta deal with this thing. Spectre dust. Yeah, and you can hear it. It'll progressively get worse. It seems to get, when it starts to really go bad, you'll start to hear it a lot in conversations. Oh yeah, they were talking about spoons too. A hoarder.
Strange. Get a sense that the spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm. A message. Trying to tell me something.
It's a alarm system, right? Kind of like cans.
None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror.
Yeah, see, now you can hear
Sounds
when
like a
he's
curse,
talking.
all right.
Only 45 minutes today, so I guess it's
Somebody's
getting
clearly
weird,
obsessed.
or worse.
Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around.
Shit. God, I hate technical problems. Hate this shit. Soiled letter. Marlene, my dearest daughter. No idea the pain it causes a father to write these words. A father who must abandon his own child ceased to be a father, and his heart shall never know comfort. Sadly, as a result of what has happened, I have no other choice. We, along with the rest of the household, must abandon our estate. It is because that curse took you from us, leaving in your stead a mindless, bloodthirsty creature. This the white, I assume? We shall go north to Kovir. That's where Triss is. And if you ever read this letter, which could only mean you have returned to human form, you are to look for us there. My part, I can only promise each year I will send an envoy who will be tasked with checking in on you, seeing if you are alive, and if so, in what form. Faith that you will once again be my beloved Marlene gives me the strength to live on. Perhaps the curse will not last forever. Perhaps someone will come along. You can lift this burden from you. Who can lift this burden from you? QA kind of missed that one. Even after all this time. Yeah, see, I mean, you can even hear it.
The pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
Yeah, you can hear the warbling in the music.
Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship. Must have graced a rich man's table.
A book. Stained diary. This one. My goodness, they give you a lot to read in this game. Stained diary. For a few days now, I've been having dizzy spells. I've never experienced anything like this before. If it carries on, although I can't stand witchcraft and sorcery, I'll have to visit a herbalist. Dizziness has not gone away. Worst of all, it's been joined by pain, so strong at times I cannot see. I've been to the herbalist. A repulsive old crone looked at me like she had seen a monster. Gave me some cursed mixture that I have to drink twice a day. It's not helping at all. Today, like every day, I looked in the mirror and I was lost for words. I usually check that I don't have any wrinkles or bags under my eyes, but today there are no wrinkles, but I'd rather that there were. I have hair growing on my breast. Ah, it's horrible. It's got to be because of those damn herbs. I went to the herbalist to smash her face in, but her chambers were empty. She must have known what would happen to me and legged it. My family is starting to suspect something, although I am cutting the hair back, which is growing back faster and faster. I've tried to put the idea out of my head. I can't hold it back any longer. Maybe it wasn't the herbs that have led to this, but a curse placed upon me by an old beggar I had to chase off one time. I have to find out. I want to hire someone who can find the herbalist. I cannot think, and it is getting hard to write. Loneliness. No family. Eat. I want to eat. Not a good spoon. Empty spoon. Nothing. Eat. It hurts. Error. Lies. No.
Poor girl. Realized she was changing into a monster. Recorded it in her diary. Poignant.
Picture on the wall.
Smashed mirror. As if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. The monster. Journal's author, maybe? No spoon you have shall sate you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. A spade key. Sophisticated crafting. Tag bears a description. White's a true collector. None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
Same
None
thing.
shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Woman's name scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic.
Decaying letter. Alright. Dear Master Lavoisier. Lasieux. I know you track outlaws for pay. I have an unusual assignment for you. No doubt you wonder why I have drawn you out here, and why we cannot meet in person. See, in my present situation, any kind of meeting is very risky. Not so much for me, as for the person whom or with whom I meet, for I am afflicted by a curse, or, as I hope, and why I have turned to you, the side effects of medicine given to me some time ago by an herbalist. Soon after I visited this herbalist, she disappeared without a trace. Desperately wish to understand my illness, so I wish to hire you to find her. You do learn as much from her as you can about the medicine she gave me, and my suffering is a result of her wickedness. If then make her provide an antidote. I assure you I have ample wealth and will reward you with no small part of it for your services. As it turns out, my suffering is not the fault of the herbalist. Please let her go. I will then have a different task for you, because this shall mean I am afflicted by a terrible curse which only the gods can cure. I believe it was cast upon me by a certain beggar who came by the manor while I was hosting a soiree for a few friends. And find that vagrant, I will pay you double. Sadly, all I can remember of him is that he sold mirrors. Was that Odim? I am aware this is not much aid for your hunt, but I trust in your considerable talents. Wish you the best of luck. Marlene, the Trustamira.
Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It'd make sense. bit right off. Teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him. Broken neck, indentation in the skull's lateral surface, smacked in the head with something heavy. No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
It's here, I guess. Try and get through this quest with it like it is. As we do, probably restart everything.
Actually does seem like a White's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
Gold spoon, silver spoon.
Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
Saying
White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
above.
Cauldron I was looking for. White's not particularly tidy. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
Urban whetstone. Never really paid much attention to those before, but I guess you use those to make your own repair kits. That for last.
Table set. White, who lives here, is getting ready for some sort of feast. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse, and it's been trying desperately to lift it.
Wow, talk about being close to a level up. You get 8 points and you're level up. Oh, never mind. There's 300.
Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. Regis needs some brew. Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron.
Okay. Ah, the old wardrobe trick. Meditate. Yeah, see, it's getting bad again. Damn it. This really irritates the shit out of me. Even got spoons strapped to her body. Everywhere. What's it gotta do to lift it?
Not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it.
Get your saliva first, just in case.
You tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest.
Sit, human.
Just need a bit for Regis. And now we'll tend to you. Need to get this right. Words of the curse were, none shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror.
Oh, Jesus.
Been searching for the right spoon for years, right? But curses can be tricky. The key to this one just might be that you can't eat with your own spoon. That's why we've swapped. This isn't right. I missed something? Listen, gonna stand up real slow. Gotta search the house again. Sit tight, I'll be right back. Calm down.
Axie. I don't know if
Damn
that
it, didn't work. Ate that vile stuff for nothing. Got the brew for Regis at least. Can't do anything for the white though, except cut it down.
Damn it. I wanted to get the cure too. Shit. Oh well. Damn it.
Seems I'll have to kill the white in its own junk heap.
Holy shit, that's a lot of spoons. My god. Forgot the, oops, getting ready to throw spoons at me, I think. Necro, right? Okay, can't rock it.
get what he wants, though. There is
Yeah.
that.
Yep. Trying to pay attention to the wrong things, I guess. Saying what the whatever it was, the verbiage or whatever. Alright, is there a fast travel nearby? Not faster than coach for sure. Shit. Can we actually go in the door this time? Got these damn things to take care of. Really? Alright, let's see. We go back to the... I have to go back to the cave, I guess. The hell is it? Hopefully. I like Regis.
Think your friend's hand will make for a nice broth?
You've clearly honed your sense of humor. But we are not
I'm sorry,
cannibals,
guys.
girl.
It's...
I took a
I wish I
fragment
knew
of
what was
tissue
causing
from the
this.
hand. It will suffice to prepare some resonance.
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. A raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Pretty helpful creatures. Calling them often.
I try not to overdo it. but they can be so useful, as they were now, when I merely needed to be sure I could arrive in time should things go sour.
Managed fine alone, but thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned the last ingredient, too. What about that?
That, I fear, might prove troublesome. You see, to use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Yum.
I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to help. Right, Regis?
It's not that simple,
Of course
I'm
not.
afraid. While you were away, I tried my damnedest to identify a replacement, but alas, none such exists.
Not sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw some of your blood?
The blood must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know, higher vampires can change their corporeal shell. As our flesh changes, so does our blood's chemical composition. To make a long story short,
Yeah, it looks like it's
I shall need to induce in myself
Stuttering
a
the
state of
video,
strong
too.
psychokinetic arousal.
shit.
In brief, madness, rabidity. And that stands to be very, very dangerous.
Dangerous? Why? I mean, you'll still be you, right?
True, but I should be highly agitated, in a state of fury. You know better than I that fury cannot be controlled. If you've ever seen an enraged vampire, you know very well that all who find themselves nearby will be in grave danger.
How will we handle that? I'd rather not have you lunge at me, claws extended.
That makes two of us. But worry not. I've thought it through very thoroughly. Details to follow soon.
All right, so what do you want to
As soon
do?
as this
We shall
conversation is
visit
over,
Teshem
we're gonna
Mutna, an ancient vampire estate.
try and take care of it
There we
again.
will find cages suspended in the air. I will enter one, be confined. You will lure beasts there. Beasts you will then kill. The bloodletting should prove profuse. Abundant enough so that the blood scent will drive me mad. Wild.
Tesham Mutna. What's it like?
It is a place of torment. A torture chamber. Long ago, shortly after we'd arrived in this world, one among us named Kagmar developed such a taste and lust for human blood that in one night he could imbibe an entire village. This brought trouble on the entire species. Common folk wearied quickly of living in constant fear. They began to hunt us, seek the aid of mages and witches in tracking us down.
So what? Not like they could ever hope to kill you.
But they were bothersome. Forgive the comparison, but when did you last enjoy mosquitoes buzzing around your head? In any case, the other vampires decided something had to be done. Kagmar had to be caught and punished. A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Teshem Mutna. Inside it, a cage made entirely of a special alloy of silver, dalvinite, and meteorite steel. Kagmar was captured and locked in the cage. Sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time, never able to escape. Thus I know the cage will withstand the fury to which we shall drive my humble being.
Little expedition's starting to sound dangerous. Think I better prepare.
I understand completely. Do tell me when you're ready to set off.
Damn, leveled up again. Jeez. Right. Alright, let me get a save. And like I said, I'll shut it down. What I may go ahead and do, because just restarting isn't enough to get rid of the problem. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to shut down, reinstall the drivers for the capture device, the Elgato USB device, and then let it run locally for a few minutes to see how it seems to behave. Although it doesn't really show itself when I'm not streaming, which is the problem. I can troubleshoot it better if it would do it at at all times. So yeah, give me I'm just gonna go ahead and do a normal shutdown with the music and everything. So maybe half an hour. I hate to do this to you guys, but I don't really have a choice. Like I said, just restarting is not fixing the issue. So Yeah, give me a little bit of time. I should be back online. Hopefully not before too long, just long enough to reinstall the drivers. And we'll give it another try. I thank you for your patience, and hopefully I will see you soon.